That's my girl watching it.
Oh Lord. All right. Welcome to another edition of the Soul Losers Podcast. I'm PJ Green, and we are without my boy Szabo for the next couple weeks. Well, we're gonna try to keep it as frequent as possible. Long summer, we've been busy. Took like a whole month off, but football season's coming back. We back. So until Szabo gets his laptop fixed, we got Sports Talk Feed's very own Jordan Lundy, aka Dabo. What's
You
going
know what I'm
on,
saying?
Dabo?
Dabo in the house, Just ready for this. Glad to be back. R.I.P. to Szabo. Nah, I was playing. Love you, man. Got love for you, man.
He's R.I.P. Oh yeah. We are thinking very lowly of Szabo right now because of some
Man.
some some things he said today in the Sports Talk Feed group chat. He is we're thinking very low of him, and he's gonna watch this, so we want him to know you done messed up.
It's time for intervention.
Yeah. It's time for anything. That's an insider. So to all y'all who don't know, I'm sorry. But all right, got Jordan. I guess I got a host now.
Yeah.
Long summer. We ain't been here in almost a whole month. No, it's been over a whole month.
Missed most of the summer.
Yep. I mean, it's actually been a slight, not exciting, but it's been an interesting summer. That, the presidential race and like everything that's going on in the world. It just makes people long for sports to like get them out of that element.
Yeah, it does. I'm ready for football. I don't know about everybody else, but I am ready for some football.
Man, all of USA is ready for some football right now. Like my parents keep turning to this daggone Democratic convention. I'm like, nothing they are saying is going to change anybody's mind. I'm like, these conventions are basically pointless. But hey, who am I? I don't know.
It's entertainment. I saw the one with Trump, and it was entertainment. Pure entertainment.
I mean, that's Trump, reality TV star.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I know I'm probably not supposed to ask this ethically, but Dabo, who are you gonna write in for the presidency?
Myself, of course. You know what I'm saying? Dabo,
Man, you might
2016.
you might as well
And if
write
I
in
lose,
Dabo
it's
Senior.
2020.
Oh no, 2020 is Kanye, man. Vote for Kanye all day.
Nah. Kanye gonna have to meet me in Temecula. We gonna have to duke it out there.
Man, I saw this one random girl on Twitter. She was like, she's like, if you write somebody in, you're just putting a lunatic that much closer to the presidency. I was like, in that case, write in my pastor.
Are we though? I mean, there's a lot of I'm not gonna get into it. It's I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
politics out, but
I might say we not political, but we gotta say something because
yeah,
it's like come on,
yeah,
man.
it's important. Like Diddy said, vote or die.
Yeah. If you didn't vote, you have no voice. You can't say nothing if you didn't vote.
Unless, of course, you know. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
All right,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, let's get off of that. And we're gonna cycle back through like most of the old news that we missed. But we're gonna start out with the latest. With I know Szabo wish he was here right now to talk about this, but wide receiver for the Browns, Josh Gordon, reinstated with the 4-game suspension. I don't think you have ever seen people happy to see a suspension on a player, but it's the fact that he got reinstated that I was like, suspension. I was like, why are people saying yay, Josh Gordon? But it said reinstatement. I'm like, oh, yes, Josh Gordon.
I mean, it's. I just gotta ask, what was Roger Goodell smoking? Was he on that stuff that Josh Gordon was on? Cause I get it. he served about a 2 year suspension. I think it was about a year and a
Pretty
half, maybe a little over. But I just don't believe he's changed a lot. But I could be wrong. You gotta wait and see. It's one of those things where you wait and see if they get back the old Josh Gordon that was all pro. Cleveland obviously gets a big weapon, but his behavior is sketchy at best. But
yeah.
I have no reason to doubt him. I mean, when you look at his stats, 2014 he had 24 receptions, 303. Then 2013 he had 87,
Good lord.
1646,
It was a
and
month.
9 touchdowns. That's a big jump. That's a big
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got skill. He's got potential. He's got all the potential. I thought he could have been one of the top 3 receivers in the league, but due to his own demons,
Mm,
it just didn't come about.
mm.
But
Hey,
I think I think he'll be back.
I think he actually listened to Stephen A. I hope he did. I really hope he listened to Stephen A. this time, cause like this is his last chance. It's like his one and only chance. Like if he mess up again,
I mean,
he's pretty much done. Like,
is he? I don't know. I think Goodell's one of those guys. He's gonna punish them harshly, but I don't think anybody will ever get banned. Of course,
right.
Of course, if he does do it again, he deserves to be. So does Alden Smith, but that's a different subject.
Oh no,
But
we got to talk about him. We gonna talk about him in a second. I forgot about that. Thank you for saying that. Well, we gonna get the artist with it 1 second. But
oh man,
that going Josh, go ahead, man. I'm because I would see like his interviews are highly questionable. I'm just like this dude like he looked like he got his head on straight. But he's talking about he's talking about him down in Miami, like partying and drinking. So I was like, I hope this man like got his stuff together. Cause like that was like right after the 2013 season
yeah.
where the big breakout year, all pro bowl, everything. So I'm like, he out here talking about turning up and whatnot. I'm like, I hope he got his head on straight. And
Um,
he can't stay off the weed.
a lot of players can't, every sport, but he's. I, it's just a sad thing to see because you talk about guys that come into millions of dollars, and you only have one job, and that's to stay off the weed and just play. I don't think it's that hard, but
They
it is
say
what it is.
you can't get addicted to weed, and I'm like, all right, okay. Like if you can't stay off a blunt long enough to make your millions and pass a drug test, it's like, come on, man. Like it doesn't matter what you think of marijuana and its effects on the human body or whatnot. Your job says you can't use it, so don't use it. Especially a job that pays you millions of dollars, and there's no other job like it.
True, very very true. Which is why he is a, excuse my vernacular, dumbass for being on Periscope with that video and then say, "Oh, they don't know it's me. We know it's you." If you have to say that, we know it's you.
We ain't got to him yet.
I'm pretty sure Roger Goodell looked at it. It was just, really, dude, really, really, man,
I saw that.
really.
You know what?
He deserves to be banned.
I said, nah, we jumping all there. Oh, that Smith, what is wrong with you? Like, how you sound? Like, you can hear the girl in the background, like, you stupid. He's like, no, you stupid. I'm like, she's like, why you on Periscope? He's like, they don't know it's me. It's not like I
We know it's
said.
you.
It's not like I said this is Alden Smith. I'm like, you just said it.
Thank you for telling us it was Alden Smith, but maybe Ricky Williams needs to start talking to these guys, let them know. Then again, that might not be, the model person to engage in a conversation like that, but Ricky Williams would be a good start to, kind of come in and talk to these guys about what they're giving up, by using marijuana.
I didn't know they let Ricky Williams still talk to players. That's my shocker.
I think he's still coaching. I think he's a coach, a running backs coach at UIW, I believe.
You lied. The Incarnate Word.
I believe so. I may be wrong. I need to double check, but I believe he's coaching down in San Antonio at UIW.
Incarnate Word. That's startup football team. What kind of name is that for a school? First of all, Incarnate Word.
I I have no idea. It might be a Christian school.
Oh, well, of course, with Incarnate Word.
Yeah. So, but I think last I heard he was doing some type of coaching running back. He was working with running backs. So, um, but I think why not? Rick Williams is I think a perfect person to bring in and talk to some of these guys about staying off drugs and everything. He did get suspended. He did fail multiple drug tests. So, I'm pretty sure someone like him and maybe even LT could talk to those guys about being on drugs, period, and being an athlete. Because it's just at this point, it's just the first time. Okay, all right. You messed up once. To do it twice is kind of like, all right, come on now.
All right, yeah, get it right.
But to beat Alden Smith and do it 3 times and then get on video and try to say, oh, they don't know it's me. He can hold that L. He gets that L forever. He topped Josh Gordon. He topped Johnny Manziel.
The thing is with all
and
the
that's
stuff,
hard to do.
Oh yeah, that is hard. Oh yeah, that's hard. But the thing is with all the stuff, it wasn't just marijuana. Didn't he like get arrested for drunk driving or something like that?
Yeah, he's had quite a few, run-ins with the cops since his 49er days. And, that I think that's the real sad part about it because the 49ers were actually they were, on the cusp of winning the championship. And he,
Right.
along with, those other defensive line started with Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. They were on the way to doing something real great. And then, he goes ahead and it was just a big fall. When he went to the Raiders, though, he kind of played good. He was all right. But I expected for him to be big time this year alongside Khalil Mack. And it doesn't look like that'll be happening because I'm pretty sure he's going to be suspended for at least 8 games, if not the year.
Dang, 8 games. Good Lord. Just for a video. See? You see future NFL draft prospects. Stop putting everything on the internet. Just sit in the moment. Put your phone down. Tell people to put their phones down so they don't catch you in the moment. I don't understand. If you're going to do it with no cameras.
They could use D'Angelo Russell to teach that too about videotaping and camera phones, Snapchat. Oh, yeah. Keep it off, man. Keep it off. Keep it off.
Bring in everybody. Man, bring in a dude who used cocaine at the Super Bowl. Bring him in too. What's his name?
Who did that?
Because Bomani Jones stay talking about this man when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl. He was a Walter Payton Man of the Year. And like, oh no, that's a prostitute. No, that's the one you're talking about. With the Walter Payton Man of the Year, the night before the Super Bowl, he got arrested with prostitutes. Yeah, but the night before the Super Bowl.
Live fast. Living fast.
That hard?
That's what you call that.
That hard?
Yeah. Well, we hope that isn't the case, but that can sometimes be the result, which is a learning lesson for anybody else, paying attention to these athletes. I think there needs to be a course where they're educated and it's really, beat into their heads and brains about drugs and just have a couple athletes that have been through that just come. Even, like what they're doing with domestic violence where they're having classes for, the incoming rookies and things like that. Honestly, why not get a person like Ray Rice, people that have been through this stuff to talk about things like this, like drugs and everything you're giving up and, the position you're putting your families in and everything. They don't consider, I don't think that really flows through their head, especially when they're 22, 23, 24.
They walking
and you got millions.
Dollars, and they ain't thinking about that.
It's like, just think. That's all. You just got to think that's really it.
People don't use their brains no more.
Of course not. Look at Johnny Manziel.
Man, Johnny Manziel like, bruh, I can go work for my parents and still make millions. I ain't gotta play football.
I agree with him. Go do it.
He started talking about I'm not done playing football. I'm like, okay, Johnny. I saw a picture of Johnny Manziel shirtless. I'm like, bruh, you look like somebody on the side of the street.
That's Jerry's boy, so he'll probably get a job. If now somebody will pick him up. He did have some potential. He flashed it sometime in Cleveland, but the bad definitely outweighed the good.
Yep. Off season. This is what we talk about. Terrible, terrible athletes. All right. Lots been going on in UFC. First of all, we gotta start off with the disappointment of John Jones back before 200. 4 days. 4 days before the fight now. He gets taken out. 4 days before the fight.
John Jones just apparently this was for PEDs and
Estrogen blockers.
apparently I think Dana White actually alluded to that it might not have been intentional, but if your B sample comes back positive, it might be intentional. Might be intentional, but it's just another stop or block, I should say, for a guy that's as great as him. So he didn't get the fight, and now he might be suspended for 2 years. It's rough, but and his brothers got suspended too.
That's there we go. That's the thing. Like it started off
Chandler
with
Jones, Arthur Jones, like
it started with Chandler Jones, this joker at the police station with his shirt off, tripping off some synthetic marijuana. Then we got John Jones who can't stay off the PEDs, and now we got Arthur who owned the PEDs also. Like who? What do y'all live in a house together? So like, what's going on, man?
they probably talk about this stuff. Yeah, I'm about to. I got this. This blogger. I don't think they're gonna pick it up. And boom, they pick it up. And you just sit there.
I'm so disappointed. I'm sorry. I disappoint everybody. All right. Oh yeah.
I don't know who I'm more disappointed. I was disappointed in John, but no, I'm very disappointed in John. Because the Brock Lesnar situation, I know we haven't gotten to that, but the Brock Lesnar situation, he didn't care. He didn't care.
It's Brock Lesnar. Like everybody thinks he's on steroids just because of how he looks.
He doesn't care. It was money. He saw it. That was pretty much it.
I mean,
Brock Lesnar doesn't care.
And it was just like a regular. It was just like a standard fight. It wasn't like a championship fight, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, but I think when you look back, this will be something that people look back on with John Jones, and it's just like with the time that he's been out, how great could he have been? And honestly, I have doubts of whether he'll be, when he does come back from his suspension, if he'll be the same dominant, figure that we saw in the UFC again. So he's still pretty young, but for a fighter,
yeah,
you only have so many years, so it's kind of like he has to capitalize now and he has to bounce back even harder. But time will tell whether that happens or not.
What's wrong with y'all people and these substances? I don't understand. Just because I ain't never been under the influence or nothing, I get that's probably why. I ain't never been under no influence, and I plan to say that way.
It's just like it's just like the Pony Express at SMU. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, basically.
I don't endorse cheating. Dabo does not endorse cheating. I just want that to be clear. Dabo does not approve.
You gotta say it in third person.
I had to let people know.
That's the thing, man. With these athletes, it's like athlete. You wanna be the best. You wanna be the greatest to ever play your position or your sport, and then like if you don't get that, like even it's not about all athletes, but you just searching for that next high. So if you're a wide receiver, you want that touchdown, or like in Josh Gordon, like once the touchdown, he got the fame and everything, and I guess they just searching for the next high. I'm just they just keep searching for the next high and the next high. And I'm no psychologist. I'm just guessing here, but I know that could be a few players' problems.
I took a psychology course, and one thing they told me was sometimes people just get trapped in a cycle of, just the habit of what they've done. This might have been something he's done throughout his high school days, through college, and nobody ever really stopped him and addressed it.
Right.
And when he came to the league, it just continued. And when you're in the league and you're making money, you have a lot of people around you. You're gonna have a lot of yes men. You're not gonna have a lot of people that are gonna keep it real with you and let you know when you're messing up. And I think that's important to have. Whether that's family or just somebody close to you that can sit there and tell you, no, you need to go to the gym and get that workout in instead of trying to go to this party. And see, that's how you get all these players like Ezekiel Elliott and stuff like this, because their mind isn't where it needs to be.
How we skip over that? Dang, man. How we skip over that?
There's nothing to say. Just say no.
No. Okay, we go quick Zeke, then we go back to UFC. But that thing's kind of funny, where it's like, you see like Zeke Elliott's ex-girlfriend claims domestic violence and shows pictures. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, please not this man. I'm like, please don't hurt this man. And then Zeke camp, they're like, oh, but we got the text messages though. And it's like,
see, this is one of those things where it just becomes controversial because you have to be fair to the victim, the potential victim in this, and yeah, exactly. And then you have to also think about, there are some that make stories up to extort money from these players. So it's a hard thing, but in the court of public opinion and the way things have gone with the NFL, there's always going to be those group of people that sit there and look at it and say, well, he's guilty, and just leave it at that. I mean, some of the marks,
yeah, the marks look suspicious. I'm like, did he because they didn't look like grab marks. Is like it didn't look like he grabbed her or nothing. So I'm like,
it kind of looked like, from what I saw, it looked like she might have fell on something or something hit her. He might have hit her with something. I'm not saying that's not possible, but it's a lot of. I don't want to offend the women.
Yeah. That's why we got the tiptoes. That's all we could do. But the thing is, this kind of has blown over though, just because of the fact that Zeke's camp has come out immediately and we got text messages that she set this man up, and there were apparently witnesses that said all their stories are different. They said she got in a bar fight or got in a fight in a parking lot or something, but none of the stories match. So it's it's pretty much blown over because this happened almost a whole week ago. It broke at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, last weekend. And it's almost been a week, and there's been no news of it whatsoever.
I mean, if it's true, the facts will come out, and of course, I'm assuming the proper punishment will take place. But
Zeke will get
at the same time, you gotta look at it. Just, I don't want to offend everybody, but I'm just gonna keep it real and just say it from Dabo's perspective. I believe he's innocent. I don't think he did. Just the way he's spoken about it. I've seen he's spoken about it. It doesn't seem like he's really too phased about it. It's more so it's not true. Got ways to prove that it's not true. Got witnesses, of course. This will all get sorted out in court, of course. But there are women out there that try to extort money from these players just to have that type of lifestyle they want. So just from looking at everything, and reading about what type of girl she might have been, which is a party girl from what I've understood.
They're all party girls, man.
I tend to side with Zeke on this.
That's kind of every story though, is it? isn't it? It's always like it's like in like rape cases and like domestic violence cases. It's like the women is like, oh, she dresses a certain way, or like she's promiscuous, so she wanted this or whatever, or it's like it's always like they always try to find one defining detail to like it's not his fault. And like that's the way it's always been since
I mean,
kind of the beginning of humanity.
I don't want to sit here and say that, just because a woman dresses a certain way means she's a certain type of person. Because, looks can be deceiving. Can't judge a book by its cover, obviously.
Exactly.
But, a person's lifestyle is often a, you know, it lets you know kind of what person they are. If you see them in the club, every weekend or whatever, you see them drinking every weekend, or smoking weed every weekend, you can kind of tell what lifestyle they lead. So it's a pretty good indication of a person, but it's not the whole story of the person. So you got to be fair to both sides, but at the same time, the court of public opinion will always, most of the time side with the victim.
Yep. Twitter always reigns supreme.
Oh yeah, of course, of
Of
course,
course.
of course.
All right. Of course. All right. Back to UFC with Cormier crying, stumping his foot, Lesnar, John Jones, all that jazz. Just because of that, I didn't even watch 200. Like it's like Lesnar's gonna win, so I'm not even worried about that. That Cormier Silva fight, that was nothing to get excited about because he told the man 4 days before the fight, "Oh, you got to go fight this guy." It's like, come on,
Well, everybody was under the assumption Silva was done, a long time ago. So
all right? Isn't
the
he?
fight, it wasn't nothing to get hyped over, but they got a big name, another big name that people know to kind of draw people in to watch the fight. Was
Yeah,
it a good fight? I didn't see. I saw bits and pieces of the fight, but
I see it.
it didn't look like anything that was too interesting. John Jones and Daniel Cormier is the fight that everybody wants to see.
Yes, because
So,
because like
yeah.
John Jones did an interview with highly questionable. Yes, I watched highly questionable a lot. Gonna quote. I'm gonna go highly questionable by Monty Jones and Dan Levitar. I'm gonna quote them a lot. But like in the interview, like in an interview with John Jones, like a week before the fight, it was like, "Have you ever seen anybody have as much hatred as Cormier does?" He's like, "No." Like Cormier like genuinely wants to beat that man, like beat him down. That's why he got so angry or so emotional when Dana was like, "Dude, like he messed up." And then
I
I mean,
mean,
like Cormier feels like genuine hatred for John Jones for some reason, and John Jones really doesn't feel hatred. He's just like, "I'm gonna beat this dude up just because he hates me. I want to beat him up."
well, John Jones is, he's pretty in your face with everything. So I think that's kind of rubbed Cormier the wrong way. But Tyson wanted Holyfield, and when he was on the ropes getting beat, he bit his ear off because he couldn't crack him. And I think it's kind of the same thing with Daniel Cormier. But he better be careful what he asks for, because if John Jones ever does, you know, get back to being who he was at a dominant fighter, then I don't think Cormier has a chance. I really don't.
Man, I wanted to see the new and improved, like ripped and cut John Jones with a 6 pack because I was
Well, we
tired.
know how he got that way.
No, I about to say I was tired of 6'4" John Jones with a beer belly. It's like how you tall and lanky and you still got a belly. It's like, come on.
Party life, man. He got suspended for doing coke. So
I mean, yay, Coke. Then let's not forget the hit and run. This man got 3 kids
just
though. I looked it up. This man got 3 kids, and he like just married his longtime baby mama. I'm like,
and
dang.
she didn't. She hasn't pulled him to the side and just asked him what the hell are you doing?
I'm pretty sure she has. Like, I know the family had to say something. Like, what can the family say? Honestly, let's look at the brothers. What can they say? Like, John, and John be like, Chandler. And Chandler be like, what about Artie? It just turned into one big fight. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know what that whole family got something going on. They need an intervention from some outside sources or from their parents. That mostly
They
whoever.
just need they need God, man. We just gotta pray for all of them because they all have potential in the sports that they play, and it's sad to see it go to waste over something as dumb as weed and PE. Just stay off it, man.
Fake weed.
Stay
That fake weed.
stay off the fake weed.
Stay off it, please. Please, Jones family, stay off it. We want to see y'all ball.
Oh,
All right.
man.
On a higher note, the Olympics are coming up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that much higher, honestly. Dang, it's another sad topic. Just because of Brazil. Olympics are supposed to be a time of joy, but Rio is so messed up.
It's the conditions are just horrible. They got dead bodies washing up on shore.
Oh my Lord.
Zika, they handing out condoms. They wilding down there already, and the Olympics ain't even started. So just imagine the stuff you're gonna hear about when the Olympics start. I don't like it. I feel like they should have moved it. I don't remember what the other city that was in contention with them was, but wherever it was, they should have considered moving it because this is going to be horrible. And honestly, it's hurting the Olympics because a lot of the star athletes in these sports, they're not going.
Chucking the deuces up to him. I don't want that Zika.
A lot of them are not, especially in basketball. I mean, the players can say whatever they want. They're tired or whatever. And look, with LeBron, guys like LeBron James, that may be true. But for other guys like CP3 and Steph and James Harden, Russell Westbrook, it's just kind of like it's Zika. We understand.
I'll give Steph his reason because that joker been getting banged up all year, and he ain't really had no time to recover. Honestly, I'll give him.
Well, yeah, he's gonna need time to recover after Kyrie took his soul and his ankles. So
the joker took his ankles. Boy, the Cavaliers took his ankles and shoulders, but Kevin Love put him on claps.
Great moment in sports history. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Seguin, I'm sorry, man.
He said, "Good, but we sorry."
It was just time.
Boy, Kevin Love put the claps on his man.
It's great. It's great. About to shed a tear. Dabo about to shed a tear over this.
I am shedding tears. Like I was watching it like, Steph, when you gonna separate and hit the three in his face? And it never happened.
It was great. I'm not gonna lie. It was great to see him lose. But now we got, they went out and got KD and just.
Yeah. If they don't win, it's gonna be even more of a letdown.
Yeah, probably they'll just probably go out and try to grab Westbrook as well.
Oh yeah, have fun with that lineup. Have fun with all those. Have fun with all those personalities. You go have Steph.
Man.
You go have Clay.
Man.
Draymond. You got Durant. And then you got Zaza. You got Zaza. Don't forget Zaza.
But for some reason, getting back to the Olympics, I feel like Draymond's gonna play an important part because when you look at the style that most of these European teams play that are gonna be in the Olympics, it's a lot of small ball, and we know, Draymond, he's a monster at it, so he might be a big part. I can see him easily being the player of the tournament. In all honesty, I could, but it's still the same. I expect USA to win a gold, and I expect Kevin Durant to probably be the best player on that team.
I mean, but one thing that one thing that USA, like the sport that they almost never have to worry about is basketball, except for them few years where we got silver and bronze. Well, I don't know what happened those years, honestly, but
Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, Stephon Marbury.
How do we get silver and bronze?
When AI is your leader on a team.
Yeah.
You have issues.
AI and Marbury?
You have issues if those
Okay,
two guys are your
okay,
leaders.
yeah. Okay, now I understand. Now I understand. Yeah, but basketball should always be a gold. I don't care who's on the team.
Yeah, the rest of the world. Yeah. When you look at the way, like going to looking at the draft, it's kind of like you can see some of these, European players starting to, really catch up, and
Oh
you can
yeah.
kind of consider guys like Andrew Wiggins,
Oh yeah. He's a,
foreign in his stance
oh
because he's Canadian, but
oh
it's
yeah,
still kind of like it's, it's, it's just they're catching up, but it's they're still behind.
man.
USA still.
Canada. I keep forgetting about Wiggins from Canada though. And who else from
He's
Canada?
not playing.
Oh yeah, he's not
He's
playing.
not playing if
Oh, he
he's not
is.
playing if I'm not mistaken. Tristan Thompson is. You have a lot of cats from there, and Anthony Bennett, of course, but he's not considered, a big time player.
Why did you even say that name?
He is Canadian. He is Canadian.
This Joker's a 68 on 2K. Have you ever seen a first overall draft pick lower than a 75?
Hey, I beasted with him. I got 14 and 14 from him, so he good in my book. He came off the bench though. He came off the bench.
Keywords. Keywords. He came out the bench. All right, but
14 and 14 off the bench. He came.
Oh, you suck, Wiggins. All right. All right. So besides basketball, what other sports are you looking forward to see?
I'm really interested in seeing track and field. Obviously, Usain Bolt will be back to defend all his gold medals. I want to see if he can make history. This is going to be his last Olympics, so it'll be interesting to see. Also, it'll be interesting to see the field from USA and see, if maybe they can catch Usain Bolt or can finally knock off Jamaica because they've been a powerhouse, these last couple of years.
And
The Gatlin is running. I'm interested in seeing him. Swimming, of course, seeing that Michael Phelps can make history. But this is going to be his last Olympics because last Olympics was supposed to be his. But he's starting around into form after seeing him at the preliminaries and the World Championship. He's starting to look good. The whole swim team is starting to look good. Ryan Lochte is back, so it'll be interesting. Volleyball, of course, we do good in. Gymnastics, I think, is going to be one of those that's going to be must-see TV. Not for the women,
oh my gosh,
but
bruh,
because the
no,
competition is that deep.
bruh, no gymnastics. Every single Olympics, I love watching gymnastics. Period. I mean, of course,
I bet.
some of them, some again. Okay, let's be real. Not all of them, not all of them face be looking that good. But no, the thing that
Well, some of them are 13 as well.
that's what
So
I'm
yeah,
saying. Like some of the things that these women can do, I'm like, oh my gosh, the floor, like the floor routines, what they like on the floor
yeah.
dancing. I'm like,
It takes a lot of work.
oh,
It takes a lot of work doing that. The balance beams, the rings and everything. It takes a lot of work, and I got to give those girls tremendous amount of credit because they go out. The USA girls, really every girl from every nation that I've seen go out there and
except
they
wrestling.
put on a show. It's always one of the highlights of the Olympics the last couple of decades. So I'm looking forward to definitely seeing that and seeing how we do. Hopefully we come back with the gold again.
Hopefully, because I mean, we still got Allie Raisman and Gabby Douglas from the Fab Five, and we got we got little Simone Biles, who's like, I think she's like third year, 3 years running, like all around, like champion in like the PNG
She's on fire right now.
and everything.
She's on
Yeah,
fire. Right. She is definitely on fire right now, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see all of them. Of course, Gabby, was a star last Olympics, and I expect her to be so. It's gonna be fun to watch track, swimming, gymnastics, and volleyball too. I watched some volleyball too, which I was surprised at. But that's going to be
Beach volleyball with the old goats, Misty May, Kerry Walsh.
They're beast. They are beast. They deserve all the credit.
I'm saying.
They bust their tail. What they did last year was truly incredible because I didn't expect us to win like that, of course. But there's a reason why they are considered great athletes because playing volleyball like that,
In the sand.
day in and day out, it's in hot sand that is
Hot sand. Ooh,
it's hard.
Lord.
It's hard. They're in Rio too. It's gonna be a
Bruh.
struggle.
Do they have African beach volleyball teams? Are there any African beach volleyball teams? I need to go see that. I need to look that up.
I know they have soccer. I know they have soccer, but I don't.
Okay, bro. I looked up the Canadian Olympic basketball team. Guess who's on it?
Oh,
Joel Anthony.
old Joel Anthony from
Yes,
the bench of the Miami Heat teams.
bro. He only 33. He's not even that old. Oh, I think Joel Anthony look about 65, boy.
Where to go, but they're on their way. They're on their way. But Wiggins obviously not playing is a big time blow for him.
Why is Joel Anthony on the Olympic team? I don't understand.
Well, who else do they have from Canada?
I mean, you got Tristan Thompson. Oh, I mean, all the dudes that play in the NBA, they're forwards. So you got Joe Anthony, Anthony Bennett, Kim Birch. You got Corey Joseph, who's a decent.
That would be good. Kim Birch is
underrated. Underrated, definitely.
oh, definitely.
Oh, and Tristan Thompson. Okay, yeah.
I mean, Tristan gonna do what Tristan does. He gonna grab boards. He gonna get all the hustle plays. But Canada, they're not ready yet. They're definitely not ready yet.
Tyler Ennis from Syracuse. Forgot about him. Yeah, nothing to get excited about.
lukewarm reception of that.
Nothing to get excited about. I know. I just didn't know he was on there. That's why I said it like that. But
I didn't know Joel Anthony was on there. I didn't even know he was Canadian. So
I forgot.
I just learned something new.
I forgot he was Canadian. Yeah. All right, but yeah, that goes gymnastics, volleyball. Oh, skeet shooting. Do not underestimate skeet shooting. I think listen to Summer Olympics. Yeah. Skeet shooting. I watched it one year. I was like, beast.
You know what sport is actually never really paid too much attention to until the last Olympics?
What?
Fencing.
Oh yeah.
Fencing was super interesting.
I watched that too. Me and my pops was watching it like, oh, he gonna get it. Oh, he gonna get it. I was like, wow. Fencing.
Now I couldn't do it because my coordination isn't all that good.
yeah,
but
sitting there like,
those guys, props to them because that's some amazing stuff that they do. Being able to twist and twirl the swords and everything, keep it balanced. There's probably a lot that goes into it that I don't even know, but it was definitely interesting. So I think I'm gonna watch that. But I like the little what's the one with the scrubbing where they use the brush.
Fencing? No. Why I say fencing? Oh, curling. That's in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, curling. I saw that.
Curling's not exciting. Curling is funny.
I was just kind of sitting there like,
it's gonna get it. It's gonna get it. It's gonna get it. It's good. Oh, he hit it out. Oh, dang. It's like
I literally said like that for the entire time, and I was just like, this is amazing somehow.
No, a must see. Bringing it back from like the 1920s, rugby sevens. They are bringing back rugby sevens to the Olympics, and I'm so excited.
Ooh,
bruh,
that's going to be interesting.
I've been following rugby sevens for like the past couple of years just because of Carlin Niles. Like you heard of Carlin Niles, dude. Used to run track. Then he tried out for the NFL for the Detroit Lions, but like he couldn't get it, so he went to rugby. And that dude one of the fastest men alive.
That's going to be interesting to see then, because
Oh, him
I don't
and
know.
his
I don't know how exactly how big rugby is, but I've heard it's a pretty big sport over in Europe, and
oh
it's
yeah,
gonna be interesting to see.
bro, him, Carla Isles, and Perry Baker. Those two are two of the fastest men on land. Like once they turn the
Okay,
corner, gone.
definitely gonna have to pay attention to that then, because rugby, somebody
Rugby,
gonna get hurt. I know that.
bro, that's the thing. Like in football off season, I go watch rugby because like it's just as exciting as football and not as long. It's only It's only 7 minute halves.
Well, it's like the equivalent, so I can understand. It gets pretty physical from the little bit I have seen. So
Oh yeah,
I'm actually pretty interested to see how that's gonna be received at the Olympics.
yeah, because they're
Is
bringing it
golf
back.
back?
Yes, golf's back too. And
Golf is back.
I think we got Bubba Watson, Ricky Fowler. I think those two for the men.
Ricky Fowler, do not sleep on him. Do not sleep on Ricky, man.
Isn't
He's
he
been outstanding these last few years.
is he the one with all that Puma?
Yeah,
That's Puma.
I
That's
think
real Puma.
Rory's son. Rory's son. Yeah, but Ricky Fowler definitely is somebody to keep an eye on in the Olympics for golf. Bubba
Yeah.
Watson, of course, he's had an outstanding year so far.
Oh, what?
Uh, of course, the big name missing is of course Tiger Woods. We don't even know when he's coming
No,
back.
no,
Might
no,
not have him.
no, ain't no. I thought you were going to somebody else. I thought you were going to be like Jordan Spieth or Jason Day or something like that. That joker said Tiger Woods. Man, no. Leave.
I've been trying to figure out Jordan Spieth. He has these amazing runs, and then at the end, at
It
the
just
end,
sputters.
the end holes, he just falls apart, and it's just like it doesn't bother him too much. That's the only thing that like trips me up. It just does not bother him too much. I guess that's like a good thing that he doesn't. His confidence isn't shaking too much, or maybe it is, and we're just not able to see it that much. But the way he falls apart is just epic, like the Masters.
Oh, yeah. It's like Phil Mickelson. Like Phil Mickelson does not care. That joker does not care. Yeah. Spieth, he's like, all right, got the lead. I lost it. All right. Oh, I couldn't be him putting the jacket on somebody else after he just had the lead.
Like he had the tournament. He had it, and he just. I
He
feel
won
like
the whole
something
thing.
like that would happen in the Olympics, and he would just shrug it off as like it's no big deal.
I mean, shoot.
I'm
But
a competitor,
Olympics,
so that irks me. That irks me
yeah.
greatly.
Olympics, I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
All right. NBA free agency. We got like the first week, like the first couple moves of like D Rose and Wade, but we didn't get the Kevin Durant signing with the Warriors. Which
I mean,
I really don't care. All I know is if they don't win the finals, while every year that he's there, they they underachieve.
oh, definitely. It's just like they're in the same situation Miami was in when LeBron left for South Beach, and it's just kind of like it's championship or bust.
Not one,
And
not two.
it'll definitely it'll hit on Kevin Durant than anybody else on that team. It's like you left Russell Westbrook and OKC to
Not three, not four, not five, not six.
yeah, not seven,
Like
not man that bit
I'm like
LeBron.
LeBron. You need to stop at like four because ain't no way y'all win the over four championship. It wasn't two, not two.
Yeah,
Two. Yes, just two.
eh, I feel like Kevin Durant. He's apparently gonna stay there his whole rest of his career. So I'm expecting to get at least three, and I'm expecting the Warriors to end up with they already have one, so they'll probably end up with four. I can see that happening.
Okay,
Maybe if LeBron does decide to spoil the party, but they have to win. There's no excuse.
okay. So if Durant gonna stay here the rest of his career, Steph contract's coming up next year, and so I think so is
Oh,
Clay's
he's getting paid. Clays is in next 2 years. He'll be a
next year.
free agent in 2019, I
What about
believe.
Draymond?
Draymond got re-signed last year
I think yeah, he sure did.
at the beginning of last year,
But thing is,
so he's
like,
locked up.
I'm like Kevin Durant gonna stay the whole career. Somebody gotta leave there. I mean, Iggy's
To
probably
me, it was all I
going.
always was in within the mindset that Klay Thompson would leave, and I think Klay Thompson feels like he can possibly carry a team. He just has that swagger about him. You can see it in the finals and throughout the entire playoffs. When Steph was off, who
Yeah,
stepped
play
up?
like
Klay. Klay was on fire.
I got it. Like, worry about it. Got it.
He
Clay.
was starting to pull up from 30, 35. I was like,
Clay.
Splash Kings out here.
Come to Atlanta.
I'm never
Please.
playing horse with them. If I ever run into him, I would never play horse.
Oh no, you couldn't pay me to play horse. You couldn't pay me to play horse with them. Get absolutely embarrassed.
Oh no. But yeah, they gotta win. They gotta win, and there's no excuse. I'm not trying to hear from none of the new Warrior fans that weren't there for the Baron Davis era. I'm not trying to hear from none of them.
Yeah, because we got Baron Davis right here.
Who? Dabo is no Baron Davis, but I will take angles on the court.
Man, you got the face, you got the beard. Man, you Baron Davis, man.
I've actually heard that before.
Why didn't I see that until now? Oh, why didn't I see that?
I hate you. Anyways.
Oh, hey, Knicks new number one seed in the East.
No. I'm mad. I'm actually mad at Derrick Rose for saying they're a super team along with Golden State.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever drugs he is smoking, I need him to put those down immediately. The Knicks are nowhere near a super team. Expectations are high. Finishing anywhere below 4 seed is not good. But to me, it's Cleveland, Indiana, Toronto.
Oh yeah. Oh, Indiana. Oh, they made the most moves. Oh,
they got some steals.
They made all the noise. But Jeff Teague wearing number 44, that's gonna be ugly. Oh my Lord, that's gonna be ugly.
He's wearing a 44?
He's wearing 44. How you go from 0 to 44? I don't understand.
He didn't go to 100.
He went 0 to. But I think the Pacers got all the guards though. Like they got like 7 guards, 7 point guards.
I mean, they also got a nice complement of big men too. You had Thaddeus Young in there, who's interchangeable from 3, to 4, and if you go small, you probably drop him in at the 5 and have Paul George play the 4. Their small ball lineup would be incredible, and I think they have a good chance to knock off Cleveland more than people think.
Yeah, but hey, people at STF boy in Sports Star feed like our writers, they hate the one ball thing, cause like when Indiana first got Teague, it was like Teague, Monte Ellis, Paul George, Al Jefferson, Thaddeus Young, one ball. I was like, that is.
I mean,
I love that.
I think that argument works for Golden State because they have to figure out how to incorporate all those stars. But with a team like Indiana, they know the pecking order. It all begins and ends with Paul George.
Yeah, like they got players who can take the backseat. Like Al Jefferson, he's only the star when he's forced to be. Like when he was in Charlotte, when he actually carried the Bobcats to the playoffs, which shocked the hell out of me.
Well, Al Jefferson actually has had a better career than people, really realize. Looking where he started at, I think he started off in Boston, I believe, and then he went to Minnesota. And from Minnesota, he kind of left there and went down to Charlotte. So he's had a good career, but he last year wasn't his best year. And I think, being that he's age 30, he's starting to see, what role he can play. And if he wants a championship, he has to kind of accept that role. But Indiana's stacked. I give them probably the best chance of anybody in the East, you know, of beating the Cavaliers, unless of course the Celtics pull off something amazing, which we're still waiting on that.
Yeah, still waiting.
Still waiting on that.
But the thing is,
We still waiting.
You got for Indiana, you still got Miles Turner, who's going to a second year after a very good rookie year. It's like, what do you do with him? Now that you got these big men stacked on top of him, because he was developing into that all around forward, or you could put him at center if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think he starts. I think their lineup will probably look something like Turner at the 5, Young at the 4, Paul George at the 3, Ellis and T at the 2 and the 1. So that's a nice lineup. It's definitely going to spread the floor out, give everybody some operating room. Turner can get in there. He was a hustle player, and he got a lot of boards. He has a nice developing offensive game, but he had one of the better rookie years that I think kind of went under the radar when you look at him and Porzingis and Towns. I think Turner had about almost as good as a year as both of them, and that really went overlooked. So
yeah,
Indiana they got some tremendous talent right there, and I think they could be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they might be able to knock off the Cavs. Paul George gets up for games against LeBron, from what we've been able to see from their previous battles. So it's going to be interesting. That'll be one of the things that is interesting to see next year.
Dang, yeah, that Eastern Conference got a little bit more interesting with Indiana making all those moves.
Slightly.
Hey, but you know we gotta watch out for it though.
What?
Knicks fans, bro. Knicks fans are about to be in your face on Twitter. Oh, they about to be up in your face.
Nah, they gotta stay out my mentions, man. I'm not trying to hear nothing. I gotta see it to believe it. They were talking about. I think I had a couple of them talking about last year. It was going to be a good year. They were in the lottery.
Okay.
Well, they didn't even have a first round draft pick, so they technically didn't get anything. But they haven't been good the last couple of years.
Man, Spike Lee about to be on the court again. He about to be on the court again.
Gotta tell him like Pippen. Man. Sit your ass down.
Boy, I see Spike Lee actually on the court, like, to congratulate the players since, like, back when they lost to Reggie Miller.
He's happy about Porzingis. He's very happy about Porzingis, which I understand, but Porzingis ain't saving no Knicks franchise, leading them to a championship.
No.
Not, at least not right now.
That's the thing with these European big men. Like, how are they coming out at like 6'10", 7 feet and being able to move like a guard and can shoot? I'm like, these Europeans, what they doing over there?
A lot of them play soccer. I watched a documentary with Steve Nash, and he was basically saying soccer was what helped him with his basketball skills a lot. So soccer is pretty huge. Kobe alluded to the same thing. So it's soccer, man. All that footwork, you gonna pick up something. It's gonna help your basketball skills. I've even thought about trying it, but my foot coordination ain't all there. So I leave it to professionals.
But you still taking ankles though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take ankles. I'm taking ankles and soul. Dabo's taking it all. I'm about to give you the Pippen treatment. Just sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Just have better dance moves than the other Dabo.
Oh man, that was epic. He deserved that. He deserved to have that moment the other way Clemson was playing. He deserved it. Not this year.
The 3, 4, 5 moments. That Joker had a whole lot of them.
Oof. I'm gonna have to go up to Clemson and teach him a couple things, but pretty sure we can work something out.
Woo! Oh, he ain't no worse than Frank Beamer or Dabby.
The worst coach I've seen do the dab was probably Roy Williams. that's basketball. Some of the football coaches
Did I see
I
that?
think I think I saw Charlie Strong. That was pretty.
No, but
Yeah,
Charlie
Frank
Strong is
Beamer's
cool.
horrible.
You gotta forget Frank Beamer, old man though. He like, I'm like Frank. What you doing?
He 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 got it, but we gonna work. We gonna work on it. We
I
gonna
mean,
work on it.
yeah, Frank Beamer retired. He ain't got nothing to do now.
Well, he needed to retire because Virginia Tech was
Straight mediocrity.
yeah,
Could not get out of mediocrity.
that's being nice.
Good lord.
That's being nice.
Man, I always like Virginia Tech since Vic. But like it's like, man, can y'all win over 8 games just 1 year? Just 1 year, over
I
8 games.
I think they did. I think they did 1 year. I want to say it was like, man, it might have been late 2000s, but I think they did. They were up there for. He's always had a good defense. Frank Beamer teams have always had great defense. It's always been option. Their offense that have been the issues, but they usually are in the thick of things in the ACC. But the last few years, haven't made too much noise. But we obviously know what teams are in the ACC is loaded. Even Duke is coming up.
Duke. Duke getting 4-star
Duke,
recruits out here. Duke.
Duke,
Duke.
football, not
Yo,
basketball.
yeah.
Football, Duke.
Like Duke, UNC is becoming a football rivalry.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day of that. When they're gonna be the
Oh,
Michael Jordan in that rival.
oh, it's here. Oh, it's here. All right, yeah, we run along. So we're gonna wrap it up with the last topic, which is Jordan, who says nothing ever. I barely know his voice, besides from the Haynes commercials. If I ain't seen the Haynes commercials, I wouldn't know his voice. Use
Yeah.
use that small voice to send a very powerful message earlier this week.
I feel like that was it was a tremendous moment just to have somebody of his stature. When you talk about Michael Jordan, he's in the same conversation of American athletes as the Muhammad Ali's and the Bill Russells, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Like
Jim
not even
Brown.
not even athletes, just faces of America.
Yeah, he's a huge face, and for somebody that's been known to be particularly quiet on social issues like this, it was huge for him to stand up and make a stance and say that this isn't right. We need to figure out a way to combat this and make it a safe nation again for everybody and just come together in peace. But of course, this was all started by a Jordan athlete, Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
And LeBron James joined it, Chris Paul joined it. We know those guys have always been, pretty outspoken on subjects like these. But it's just good to see the star athletes and really the NBA as a whole, and Adam Silver stand up behind this and saying, we're right here with you. I wish a lot of other leagues, would take the same approach and just kind of speak out, give their stance and just say that, hey, we're here, we're aware, and we're here to help fix the issue. I think that's where it starts, is us coming together. So I just wish a lot of other leagues would take the same approach, and really a lot of other stars that, other than Michael Jordan. But it was great to see it. I gained a lot of respect for Michael Jordan as a person from that.
Right. Yeah, because you like most of the biggest athletes, the faces of franchises and whatnot, you don't hear them say much to anything about social issues. Like LeBron has been the most vocal athlete that is the face of a franchise that I've seen in my lifetime. Because, like, I mean, well, it hasn't, the world had, not world, but violence, police, violence involving police, let's say that, instead of just police brutality. Violence involving police hasn't gotten this exposed until now with the age of everyone has a cell phone. Like people want to debate if it's gotten worse. I wouldn't say it's gotten worse. It's like we still got back in the 50s and 60s us getting sprayed down in the street and getting dog sick on us. So I'm not gonna say it's gotten worse. I'm gonna say it's getting more exposed. because everyone has a camera now and everyone can see everything.
I mean, and I think that's the biggest part is that it's accessible to everybody. Even the people that can see this stuff, they still choose not to believe what is going on. There's always an excuse behind it. Oh, well, this person should have complied and everything. And you're starting to see it with athletes where they're being targeted. So there was a kid in Iowa that was playing Pokemon
Yeah,
Go,
that's
and
lineman.
he basically got targeted. And it's just like stuff like that happens all the time, and it's just about understanding us as black athletes. Where you know all this is coming from. All we lack is understanding. As soon as we understand each other, we can build from there and keep progressing and hopefully get to a solution and a resolution that makes this, something that is great for everybody and makes this nation safe, not just for us, but for the future generations of kids and athletes. And I think, the more star athletes speak up, the more awareness, you know, it'll bring to the situation because America watches sports. That's what brings a lot of people together. So why not use that platform to, bring positivity? And for anybody that thinks that, sports athletes shouldn't be obligated to speak on stuff like this, why not use it for positivity? Why not speak?
Right, right. I mean, you saw the statement that ASAP Rocky gave. Like, it was an old interview, but it somehow got brought
Yeah,
back up. But he was saying that like he doesn't feel forced to speak on social issues just because he's a successful rapper. He's saying he's just gonna talk about what he talks about, and he doesn't want to do anything. And I don't fault him for that. Like, if whatever you do, whatever platform you have, you can choose it at your disposal. So
yeah.
if you want to just advertise your product or advertise your business or whatever and not speak about anything, that's on you. You can do that. But if you gonna sit here, the thing is, you can say you don't want to say anything, but if you're gonna sit here and try to criticize and whine and complain and say cops shouldn't do that or this shouldn't happen or whatnot, you have to use your platform in the way that you want change to be done. You can't sit back and say I don't want to say anything, but have complaints and not try to change it.
I mean, it hits everybody, at some point or another. It really hits people when it's in your own backyard and you have to come face to face with it. Then your whole reality changes. For some people, it doesn't change. You see, even with musical artists, you got guys like Kevin Gates that have a certain perspective on it that we all necessarily might not agree with, but you have to understand his position and where it's coming from. Again, understanding is what we lack, and it's huge. It's key, and it starts just by having that conversation, which is why I said it's huge for Michael Jordan, a guy of his stature, to do that, and it's huge for the NBA to be behind it, and for Adam Silver to speak on it, and for LeBron James and guys like that to speak on it. I just hope more leagues do that and just promote the positivity. You don't necessarily have to say too much, but just the fact that you even saying a couple words about it lets us know that you acknowledge it, you see it, you're aware.
Yeah, it's like if you could get like players from every big league like around the world, like get like players of all races, like get players of all races, like baseball, Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, MLS, Barclays League, hockey, whatever. Like if you get all stars like around the country rallying against this, saying that they acknowledge it and they want to change it, I think that'll really get America's eyes open instead of just seeing it from like black activists or people from Black Lives Matter or just politicians. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're gonna say violence need to stop because they're politicians or they're activists. They always gonna say that. But if you see it from an athlete who doesn't say much, I, maybe, because there's no guarantees. Maybe their eyes are open and maybe they'll try to see. the thing is, people have to understand. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree on everything. You just have to understand both sides of a perspective.
Yeah, that's pretty true. But it just starts with having that conversation, and hopefully, more people do. You can disagree, but let's disagree in a peaceful manner instead of having to resort to violence and stuff like that. 'Cause there's no need for all that when we can just talk it out.
Exactly.
All we need to do is just talk. So yeah,
Yes. See, that's the thing. Like black families, like people talking about they have like parents having to talk with their young sons who like starting to drive. It's not like the talk you hear the talk with like your child. It's like you would think the talk, oh, it's the sex talk. It's like the talk that like you might get pulled over and like you might be in danger from the police.
yeah. But you just gotta make sure you understand your rights first and foremost, and I think that's what we need to educate these athletes on, as well as just kids in general. Is make sure they're aware of the rights that they have, and that they can't be violated in a certain way or a certain manner. So
Right.
it starts with educating them at home and also in school about it, which really isn't that hard to fit into. All you have to do is just say a couple words about it. Hey, do this, whatever the cop says, just comply with it. And if you feel like you're being, violated, speak up about it.
The thing is
As
like
simple as that.
you don't have to like if you feel violated, you don't have to tell the cop like right there, oh, you're not supposed to do that. No, you can sit there, do everything he says, and like if he gives you a ticket or if he gives you a report, you go take it up like with the head boss. Like
Exactly.
you go to the courts or you go to the head police commissioner or you go to whoever is of authority. You go to them and tell them your complaints. You don't have to fight it right there and say, no, I don't have to do that. Those not my rights. See, that's what's gonna get him riled up. Even though, of course, even though yes, he is wrong, that might that might make the situation go to a different place than it already is.
I mean, people just have to understand their options and just understand that you don't have to. There are certain situations that we've seen on camera that just escalated to the wrong point very fast, and for those situations, there's nothing those certain individuals can really do about it, such as I forget the dude's name, but the doctor that was helping
Yeah,
his autistic patient, he complied, and and he was shot, but he did everything. That stuff does happen, but
definitely.
if you can't if you can do situation, even if the cop seems aggressive, then try to do that. You don't have to fight right then and there. Live to fight another day. Just take it up with the heads if they're not listening, and just keep pushing it forward and keep going. Don't just sit back, quit, and be silent. And I think that's one thing that we have to teach, these kids and some of these adults as well, is just to be smart about every decision, because it's dangerous out here. It's dangerous out here.
Yeah, this world is more dangerous than ever now.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
I'm just not like you. I'm just not trying to sound like Charles Barkley, like putting everything on black people. Like, oh, I don't know what Charles Barkley be talking about.
He, Charles talks sometimes just to be talking. He just talks sometimes, but
I want to like Charles, but just like brown stuff keeps coming out his mouth. It's like stop, just stop, please.
Charles is entertainment though, so I don't mind him.
Yeah.
He can keep doing what he's doing. I don't mind.
Yep. All right, been running long. It's time to wrap it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very long, very informative discussion that we've had here tonight. Um, next week, well, yeah, I guess we're gonna try to do it next week. Hopefully, something pops up in the news that we can talk about.
No, they definitely will. Hopefully, football is almost back, so we can hop on that
Yeah, we need to get
Hall
the
of Fame coming.
Need to get as many shows in as we can before Szabo gets his computer fixed.
That might not happen ever. It might be Dabo now.
Just Dabo and PJ.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. All right. All right, we're gonna wrap up the Soul Losers Pod for tonight, this morning, whatever. PJ Green signing off from STF. Dabo, any last words?
Nah, y'all just stay safe. Peace, love, happiness. Dabo out.
I thought you was going dab. I was about to be so bad with you.
Got you.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, we out.
Got you.